Hi, Matt with eTrailer. Today we're going to be talking about the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack on the back of our 2023 Kia Sportage. Now this is going to be a premium rack and it's going to have the ability to carry a variety of different types of bikes. So let's take a closer look at it. We're going to have two main points of contact. And we're going to have this rear strap on our back tire, and on the front tire we're going to have this front ratcheting hook. That's going to give you the ability to carry a lot of alternative or carbon frame bikes. It's also going to have a weight capacity of up to 60 pounds, allowing you to carry your heavy e-bikes too. What I really like about it too is we're going to be able to tilt our bikes away just by pulling this lever, and you're going to have access to your hatch now. That's going to be great if you need to grab anything out of the back, like groceries, or if you want to get ready for your ride. All you have to do is come in, take a seat, maybe tie your shoes, grab your helmet, or anything else like that. And when you're done, you can close your hatch and put this back into the seated position. And to do that, all I have to do is lift up until it clicks into place. Now keep in mind, if you do have your heavy e-bikes on here, that is going to be a little bit more difficult to do. If we want to take a closer look at this, we're going to have to take off our bike. So I'm just going to come to this rear tire and pull this strap through. I like to tuck mine behind so it's out of the way. Then come over here to the front ratcheting hook. Grab a hold of your frame so it doesn't fall over. Press that button, then push it out of the way. And now you can just lift up on your bike and then take it for a ride. And now we can take a closer look at some of those features of our carrier. If you notice, we have this cradle. It's going to have multiple divots on it, and those divots are going to allow it to carry different tire sizes from your skinny, standard, to your 5-inch fat tire. And on the tray next to it, you'll notice this strap has the ability to go up and down this tray, and that's so it can accommodate different wheelbases. And at the very end of it, we'll have our integrated bike cable lock for that additional security. As for how it's going to sit back here, if we go from our back bumper to the back of the carrier, that's going to be a little bit over 28 inches, which isn't bad at all. Something to keep in mind though, if you're in a tight spot like a parking spot or garage. As for our ground clearance, that's going to be a little bit over 20 inches. So that's actually going to be a decent amount, thanks to that rise in our shank. So I wouldn't really worry about going up any steep hills. Now what I would think about is when you are lifting your heavy e-bikes on here, that might be a little bit of a heavy lift. But if you want to save on space, you can actually pull this lever and push it up this time. And this one will sit pretty close to your Kia. So to get that measurement, you go from our back bumper to the closest point, which is going to be this arm at the top. That's going to be a little bit under 2 inches. But this is very secure, and it's really not going to move. So I wouldn't worry about that making contact. As for how far it's going to stick out now, it's only going to stick out a little bit past 11 inches, so that's going to save you a lot of space. As for how it's going to interact on the back of your Kia, it's going to block pretty much all of your license plate, and you probably won't be able to use your backup camera since that camera is centered. But your taillights and back window won't be obstructed. Now let's take a closer look at this bike repair stand, because that's one of the standout features of this rack and what sets it apart. So this is going to be a great option for you if you're out on the trails and anything happens to your bike, you need to make those last minute repairs, you're going to have that ability too. But when you're done with it, you just close it back up and push it down. So we can take a closer look at how it installs now. We're going to have this 2-inch shank. That's going to go into your 2-inch hitch receiver. Then we're going to have this pin that goes through and connects to this locking core. That locking core is going to use the same key system as your integrated bike cable lock. And at the very back of it, we're going to have this anti-rattle knob. And what I really like about that is it's tool-free. All you have to do to activate it or use it is just twist it. But overall, this is going to be a solid option for you if you are looking for one of those premium bike racks that has the ability to hold a lot of different types of bikes, and if you want to make any repairs when you're on the trails. Now, if you're looking at something a little bit more affordable, I'd recommend the Rocky Mounts monorail. It's going to be very similar to this, only without that bike repair stand and those premium features. But if you like this one because how easy it is to use, because we do have those premium features, then I think it's going to be a great option for you. But if you liked everything you saw today, that's just a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 bike rack on the back for a 2023 Kia Sportage.
Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the slalom. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners or evasive maneuvers. Once we get to the alternating speed bumps, we'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or a pothole or driving over uneven pavement. Now lastly, we're going over some full speed bumps, and we can see here the up and down action, and this will just be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or driveway.